Hi, I'm meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link on this Thursday evening. What time is it? Almost 9:30. We're in a Pinpoint weather alert. So here's the situation. Overnight tonight, now we may see a passing shower or thunderstorm after midnight. Not overly concerned about that. Friday morning looks fine, but for a very short duration on Friday afternoon, well, first of all, it'll be warm and humid, up to 85 degrees, and a passing strong to borderline severe thunderstorm is possible. The window is sometime between 1 p.m. and around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, it's not storming that entire 4-hour period. That's just the window of the passage of a fast-moving line of some thunderstorms. And we'll talk about that in more detail in just a second. First, satellite and radar composite showing some precipitation off to our west. And quite simply, we're tracking two fronts. The warm front, that red line off to our west, will be passing through overnight, and that'll usher in very warm and humid weather for Friday. That red line, that warm front, may spark a shower or rumble of thunder overnight. But of more concern is this blue line, the cold front, and this is slated to come through tomorrow afternoon, early to mid-afternoon, combined with very warm temperatures and high humidity. There'll be some thunderstorms forming along that front, and that's what will come through on Friday afternoon, and that's why we have the weather alert. So I'm really going to step you through this kind of hyper-local here. Overnight tonight and just prior to daybreak, there may be a passing shower, not much. Now, here we are at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're just waking up to some low clouds and a little bit of fog. Temperatures upper 60s to around 70, very humid. But watch what happens. This burns off. We become partly sunny, and the temperature really starts to spike. And then here we are. This narrow red ribbon right in here is a line of some strong thunderstorms. And this is coming through between roughly 1 and about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. By around 4 o'clock, it's out coastal Mass. And by 5 o'clock, it is pulling away from Cape Cod and the islands. It's the kind of situation where in any given location, this is going to be a very short duration. So it's kind of hard-hitting downpours, frequent lightning, potential for some hail and some strong wind. But it doesn't last very long. And once the line goes through, the sun comes right back out. So it's that kind of a situation. And in fact, if you have plans for Friday evening and Friday night, look, it's actually clear, dry, and on the comfortable side. So for Friday morning, early, we'll start with some clouds and fog. It'll burn off rapidly. And look at the big temperature jump. By 11 a.m., it's already 80, so very warm and humid. And then during the roughly early to mid-afternoon hours, you get that quick passing strong to borderline severe thunderstorm. And look at the temperature. It's 83 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. When the storms go by, it cools the atmosphere to 76, and then when the sun comes back out around 5 o'clock, the temperature jumps right back up. Boaters, be weather aware for a couple of things. Well, for one, there'll be a little bit of fog early in the morning, not a big deal, but that risk of thunderstorms, and that would be, and that, of course, that would include Narragansett Bay, Buzzards Bay, and eventually the south shore, the south coastal waters between roughly 1 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I would imagine it hasn't been issued yet, but more than likely a small craft advisory for these southwest winds, 10 to 15, but gusts up to 25 knots. So wrapping it up, be weather aware for a short time during Friday afternoon, potential for some strong to borderline severe thunderstorms. You certainly want to check back in our newscast tonight at 10 and 11 o'clock, and most definitely with Michelle bright and early on 12 News starting at 4:30 a.m.